Hello viewers, welcome to another beautiful episode of Football Unfiltered. And today we'll be looking at the weekend features of the EPL games. So today we have my co-analyst here in the studio, Blaze. You're one of your favorite Chelsea analysts here in the studio with me. Please, you're welcome to the studio.
Thank you, Bube. It's good to be here. Unfortunately for us, last weekend was for us in the Chelsea Football Club. Last weekend was terrible because for me, draw is terrible for a Chelsea fan. But it's good to be in the studio, and it's good to be in the studio with my mom, Emma.
I think since this season, this is
the first time we are together.
Here.
Yes.
Okay, and it's also a pleasure to have Emmanuel, the called Arsenal fan.
For life. Thank you for having me, Bube. Sorry I didn't come last week. I had a meeting, and for me to meet up, I ran out of time. So, but I always look forward to coming here because this is where I express myself, you know.
Okay, in case you're joining us for the first time, do not forget to click on the subscribe button, and also don't forget to click on the notification button so you get notified of our subsequent videos. And don't forget, if you're looking for your Sure 5 odd, this is the channel for you. Don't go anywhere. So let's quickly look at the games that will be played this weekend, starting with the first game, which is going to be the game between Liverpool and Everton. Liverpool, they are yet to lose any game this season, and they've actually had a very strong home record. Yeah, in the last games. Yeah. So I'll be starting with you. Do you think Everton will break Liverpool's?
I think if there's any club that can break the unbeaten run, is Everton, because this is a rival match. This is a derby game. Whenever it's Liverpool versus Everton, we know that Liverpool is the bigger team. But whenever it's Liverpool versus Everton, it's like something enters into Everton and they want to put in their all, because I think they are the most staunch rivalry in the Premier League at the moment. I've not seen any rivalry game that is as tense as Everton versus Liverpool. So if there's any team that want to beat a Liverpool that has been unbeaten so far in the league, is an Everton. And Everton, like we pointed out last season, not last season now, like we pointed out during the last show, we pointed out that they started very strongly. We talked about how they got a new coach that is better than the last coach, and we talked about how their attacking play has improved, bringing in the likes of Grealish and the likes of KDB. They drew last week, but I feel that this match, at the end of the day, I feel that is a match that Liverpool will drop points. They would not win. I feel it's a match that will end as a draw at the end of the day. So for me, Liverpool-Everton, 1-1 draw.
Okay, so Emmanuel, are you fully agreeing with what he has said? I think we saw how Liverpool struggled in the last game.
I think they've been struggling. For me, even though that it looks like they've not lost any game, but all their games, I feel that they have
just 9 minute goals. Yeah.
Yes, even I saw somewhere it's like a record now, but they said they've been winning the last 10 minutes. They are the first team that has won a game the last 10 minutes in 4 games in a row. So I feel they have been struggling to win, and they have not played a football that have interested me. Even though that we know at the end of the game, football is a game, and what we want to see is for you to win. But I feel that they have not impressed me enough for us to say this is an unbeatable side. So let's watch. I think if there's any team that can beat Liverpool, is an Everton team. Not because Everton is a big team per se, but because of that rivalry.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll see how that will play out. So quickly, let's look at the next game that we played, and it's going to be the game between Brighton and Spurs. These are two strong teams to look out for this weekend. Emmanuel, what do you think about this?
Well, for me, I will be honest with this game because Spurs have actually been impressive. The last game against West Ham, we saw that they defeated West Ham from away 3-0. And then Brighton, on the other hand, they've not really been impressive this season because from the beginning of this season, we've seen that I don't think they've had any recorded win so far this season. Yes, I don't think they've had any win so far this season. Okay, sorry, they won Man City. That's the only game they've won this season. And they won Man City because we all know that Man City have a problem with their defense right now. and if you can be able to give a very good attack to Man City, definitely you score a goal. I was surprised last week that Man U could not actually score a goal. So for me, I don't see Brighton stopping Tottenham, in this game. They are really in form. I was going to ask, where is this guy, Son? I don't know if
he has moved now.
Oh, he has moved. Okay, because I didn't really follow his transfer of Tottenham. And you hardly know that he's no longer there. Because that attack line is still very much impressive.
I think they are doing, right?
Of course, they were against.
They
won yesterday 1-0. So they are still doing very well. So I think it's just going to be a walkover for them, because they've won the Champions League game and they are more relaxed now. Not like any pressure or anything. So I think they'll go into that game and get a win. So for me, it's going to be a straight win for Tottenham.
Okay, so quickly, let's look at the next game that we played, and it's going to be the game between Burnley and Nottingham Forest.
For Nottingham Forest, they got a new coach, and we saw the way they were embarrassed last season. Because I'll call it an embarrassing loss. I felt that a team like Nottingham Forest should put in a fight, and I saw that game and they didn't put in a fight. Arsenal won them and won them very well. So they're going to be playing a Burnley. Burnley they are just coming from the Championship, right? So I feel that if the man wants to prove anything, if he wants to gain the love of the fans, this new coach is a coach that came from he came after a fan's favorite coach was sacked. So if he wants to gain the love of the Nottingham Forest fan, then he should be winning a Burnley, right? And Burnley is a team, they're a beatable side. It's true that they have come this season, and we saw how impressive they played against Manchester United, and they've been able to get, they have 3 points on the league, even though those 3 points they drew like 2 or 3 matches and all that, and lost one. So I feel that at the end of the day, Nottingham Forest on paper are the better side to win this game. I think they should win this game against Burnley.
Okay, so we'll quickly look at the next game that we played, and it's going to be the game between West Ham and Crystal Palace. We saw how tough they looked against Chelsea. West Ham. We saw how tough they looked against Chelsea.
We are a bit tough.
Yeah, it wasn't really. No, that game wasn't really easy for Chelsea.
They just scored first.
That's the only thing. I don't think they are tough.
They equalized that came very.
I don't think they were tough against
that
Chelsea.
game ended a 5-1, right?
5-1. How can you call that a tough?
Yeah, it ended a 5-1.
The last game between Chelsea and
it wasn't West Ham. The last game we played was against
Brentford. So West Ham is nowhere, because on the table
I think they're another struggling side.
They are 18 on the table now, and I've looked at their records. They've not won any game in this season. They've not won any games in this season, and they won again this season against
I think they won one game.
Nottingham Forest 3-0.
Yes.
That's the only game they won, because Nottingham Forest, like you said, they are struggling.
Yes.
They just got a new coach and they are yet to get their footing. But ordinarily, West Ham cannot beat or defeat any informed team now. And you know that Crystal Palace is informed. Forget the fact that Ebere Chieze left Crystal Palace to Arsenal, but they still have a good attack, and they are still playing very well. Their last game, I think they played a 0-0 draw, a goalless draw against Sunderland, even though Crystal Palace had more chances and they dominated the game very well. So for me, I think it's just going to be a win for Crystal Palace, because they need to win that game for them to be able to still get a chance of fighting for.
I think Crystal Palace has the better coach. Let me just put it that way. They have the better coach. Potter, I don't know what he's doing at West Ham. Exactly. I think Crystal Palace coach edges Potter, and I think I agree with Emma. At the end of the day, I feel that it's a game that Palace should win, especially since they drew last game.
Yeah,
this is a game that they should come back to winning ways.
Hey, so quickly, let's look at the next game that we played, and it's going to be the game between Wolves and Leeds.
let me join Bube Blaze to laugh. These are two teams that
what I'm laughing is that they're two small clubs, man.
Exactly.
You get that they're two small clubs. But I think this season on paper, I think it's not just on paper. With what I've seen with my eye, with what I've seen so far, I think Leeds are the better side. It's true they are coming from the Championship, but if we are talking about with form this season, what is happening this season, I think that I will go for a Leeds win. Even though that Wolves, they've tried, they've been in the Premier League, they have the experience. Leeds also, if you look at it, you understand that Leeds also have the experience because they are frequent. They've been frequent. It's true that they come and they go back, but Wolves on the other side, they stay. But at the end of the day, I will go with the Leeds because with what I have seen this season, I feel that since Wolves made some of the sales that they made after they sold somebody like Neto that is in Chelsea, now Kunha that is in Manchester United. I don't think they have gotten worthy replacements for these guys. So anything that has a good attack and a well-disciplined defense will be able to win the Wolves. So for me, I will go for a Leeds win. The only thing I will say is it's not going to be very easy for them. I think that it will be a scoring match, maybe a kind of match that will end 3-2. Something like that, or maybe 2-2 or a draw. Yes,
but definitely it's not going to be a win for Wolves.
I don't think Wolves can win
Leeds.
Okay, viewers, in case you're just joining the show, this is Football Unfiltered, where we bring to you good football gist, EPL features for the weekend. And if you're yet to subscribe to our channel, don't forget to click on the subscribe button below, and also don't forget to click on the notification button so you get notified of our subsequent videos that will come into you through this channel. Stay tuned. So let's look at the next game that we played. I think I should ask Blaze. I will have to ask Blaze because he's not like the man of the moment when it comes to this game. This is a game between his rival. So Blaze will be playing his rival, which is Manchester United. So Manchester United will be facing Chelsea. My Chelsea fan, what do you think will happen? Don't be biased.
Bube, you that is the anchor. What do you think will happen?
I like that question.
You that is the anchor. What do you think will happen?
If you try to choose this thing, Man U fans will be angry at you.
Exactly.
Because you Man U fans, they know. I think right now Man U fans are even looking at the next game.
They're not looking at Chelsea again. Let's be factual.
There's no hope.
No, but wait. There's this saying that whenever Manchester United side sees Chelsea, they wake up.
See,
even when they are dying.
Bube.
Even when they are dying.
Bube. The fact is that Man United, they are sick at the moment.
Yeah, they are currently sick. They are not in
sync. They might recover with Chelsea.
See, when I knew they were sick was the match against Man City. If you're a football fan or you watch football or you follow football and you saw the match Brighton against Manchester City and you saw Man United against Manchester City, you understand clearly that there's a problem with Manchester United.
They couldn't even score a goal.
Do you know what is that?
That was bad.
Forget the Donnarumma masterclass. Forget the Haaland masterclass. But you see that there's a problem with that team. First of all, I don't know what is wrong with the coach. Right? I don't know what is wrong with the coach. You have a team that has a creator like Bruno Fernandes. I understand that you have some injury problems, like the problem of Mount being injured. Yes. But you have a Casemiro in your squad. Why are you playing a Bruno Fernandes as a defensive midfielder? He couldn't create in that match, right? And if Bruno Fernandes is not creating, then Bruno becomes useless. It's true that Bruno had some chances in that game, but I feel that if somebody like Bruno Fernandes is given the access to be free, do you get that? So you're playing Bruno as a DM. For what to happen now? You're starting Ugarte that you know that. In fact, I looked at his lineup and I was tired. You get, so they have a coaching issue to start with. I don't think, like we were discussing before the show, I don't think he's good enough for Manchester United. I feel that I pray that he proves me wrong, but I don't think he will last. I don't think he will succeed. I don't think he will succeed in Manchester United. So for the game against Chelsea, I think it's a straight win for Chelsea. I think it's the kind of game that Chelsea should win.
I'm supporting you people. With my full chest.
I think it's the kind of game that Chelsea. I think Chelsea should win. I don't see anything.
Prove them wrong. You guys should win.
I don't see anything that Man U will do in that match that is spectacular.
This is like the first time.
Emma is agreeing. Emma is tired of Man U.
I had to be honest with you because at some point I feel that Man U, their problem is beyond
Yeah.
what we see.
Yeah.
Maybe they should consult on or Odumeje. They should come to Nigeria and meet Odumeje somewhere in Anambra State.
Okay, so quickly let's look at the next game that will be played, and it's going to be the game between Fulham and Brentford. Emmanuel, what do you think will play out in this game?
These are two stubborn teams, very stubborn teams. They are teams that look at the game between Brentford and Chelsea.
God,
it was Chelsea played their heart out. Like I really felt for them. Well, thank God for someone like Palmer. If not, that game would have been a loss for Chelsea.
Palmer is a
Brentford came out like they were playing a Champions League final.
Exactly.
I don't know why they came out like that.
But you know the funny thing, man, you know that this Brentford team, they're a team that suits somebody like Bomo, they suit somebody like Wizana is in Newcastle.
Yeah.
They still suit their coach and they're still playing like nothing happened to that.
Yeah.
Like before, when I was analyzing the matter before the Chelsea game, I was saying something like, these people that suit this kind of thing, they should be weaker. And it's as if that nothing happened to this team. They're still playing like the Brentford that we know. We know that the Brentford that we know is a team that is stubborn to beat. So I just wanted to point out that you can continue your analysis.
So I think that this is a game that both teams will have to struggle out their best or put out their best, because I don't see any of them being able to outdo each other.
I'll go for a draw.
They are, yes, thank you. That's what I was about coming to. That game is going to be a draw, and it may likely be a goalless draw, because Fulham, from what I'm seeing so far, Fulham they're trying to enhance their squad now by bringing in what's his name, Chukwueze into their team now, so that's attacking attacking aspect of them can actually get full force. Iwobu is there, the chance creator, and then you have Kevin Bassey, the defense. So Fulham is trying to actually blend. They are trying to get that team to actually compete for the title. So for me, I think they will still use this game to still show that yes, you can actually contend for the title. So for me,
they can use the game to say that they will qualify for top 4, top 6. Or Fulham and title.
But as it stands now, every club in England now
should not be
underrated. I'm telling you, look at
not rated
the matches.
Not rated to the extent of saying Fulham will win the title. When
they can contend for it now. There's a Chelsea for it now. So for me, I'm going to go with a draw for that game.
Yeah, I'll go with a draw too. I think it's going to be a draw game.
Okay, so let's quickly look at the next game that we'll play, and it's going to be the game between Bournemouth and Newcastle. Please, what do you think of the
Bournemouth has really started well,
very impressive.
Surprisingly, because I think Bournemouth, they are the team also that sold in the summer.
Their defensive line of
they sold everybody. So they were a team that I also felt like Brentford should struggle this season. And surprisingly, they are fourth on the table, 9 points already this season. We saw that game against Liverpool that even though they lost, they were also very impressive.
Exactly.
So and they're going to be playing in Newcastle that they've not started so well, and they've not started so poorly. I feel I'll just use the word, they started slowly. They've not started like the Newcastle that we know. But for me, this is another game that I think might end draw. But I will, even though that I feel that Bournemouth has started strongly, I feel that if anybody will win in this game, for you, Bournemouth. For me, I will go for a Newcastle.
The reason why I say Bournemouth is because they are playing against a Barca. They're playing against
Newcastle is playing Barca.
So definitely they will have to be all out for Barca, because Barca is a team that they will actually stress you. They have very good wingers, they have fast players, and they have young players. So for me, that fatigue is going to come in. If you check the trend of Premier League, any team that plays the Champions League and comes back to play weekend football, it's not been easy. I think EPL has been trying to see how they can balance that in terms of playing Champions League and still come and play weekend. It's not been easy for them. I know most times we have more EPL players, more EPL teams playing in the Champions League. So it's not going to be easy for Newcastle. Bournemouth is just there relaxing, waiting for the game to come. for me, if anybody going to win that game,
For you,
going to
Bournemouth.
be in the Bournemouth because they've been impressive.
Well, I think with the way they have started, why I'm going for Newcastle is that I feel that it's true Bournemouth that they're at home. So I may agree with you that okay, if you look at it, they are at advantage to win. But I'll go for Newcastle because of the way they started this season. They have just 5 points. And I think that the coach is. I read the coach well. I read the coach well, and I feel that the coach will be going into this game looking at getting these 3 points, right, so that we go further up on the table. This Newcastle now, they're like Aston Villa. It's true that Aston Villa has not started well this season. They're like Aston Villa. They are like the top 6, top 7 club in the Premier League. So they're very competitive side. So for a side that is very competitive like that, they have drawn, they have lost this season. I feel that they'll be going into this game. Let's get these 3 points. I get your point. They are true. Bournemouth are at advantage with this point you have.
And they are 9 points.
And they are at home. They are 9. They
will all come out to fight. They will still also
come out to fight. But me, I'll go for a draw. But at the end of the day, for me, if anybody will win, it's Newcastle. At the end of the day, let's see what happens.
At the end of the day, we'll see what happens. Okay, quickly, let's look at the next game that we're playing, and it's going to be the game between Sunderland and Aston Villa. Just like Blaze pointed out, Aston Villa have actually.
They've been very poor. They've been very. I don't know why.
They've not scored this season.
And Sunderland, on the other hand, they came into the season with a win. You saw how they performed. I mean, who are these? Who are these? So, what do you think will play? Do you think this will be a game where Aston Villa will just wake up and revive it, or do you think Sunderland will defeat Aston Villa?
I've watched 2 out of their 4 matches. I think I've watched 2 of Sunderland games. Those guys, they came prepared. It's not like when we had the likes of Ipswich and what's her name, Luton Town that came in and they were just trying to see how they can just get points. These guys came prepared. The way they play big teams, they don't play like people who are actually coming from the championship side. They play like people who have actually been in Premier League before, because they've been in Premier League before and they went on relegation. So they still play with that, energy. From the last 2 games I've watched. So for me, they will take that advantage of Aston Villa not scoring a goal and not being balanced yet. Because if you look at Aston Villa games, they've not actually been balanced. Like they are still trying to, as if they sold their players. But I didn't see much of their players leaving the club. Team, So I don't know where that organization is coming from. So let's just say for Sunderland, it's an opportunity for them to actually get a 3 point or probably get a draw from that game if they cannot win that game. But I don't see Aston Villa winning that game. So for me, if I'll go for a win, I'll go for a Sunderland win. But it's going to be a draw for me.
Okay, so quickly let's look at the next big game of the weekend. And it's going to be the game between Arsenal, your team, and Manchester City.
Let him start.
Don't be biased.
Let me drink water because I'm about to shock you now.
Okay, we are ready, waiting for the show.
Okay. You know me very well that I'm always a realistic Arsenal fan, and I'm a die-hard Arsenal fan. Even at gunpoint, I can never deny Arsenal. I told someone few weeks ago that they should write it down somewhere. I'm not a prophet, but I'm telling you that Arsenal is going to win a trophy this season.
Glory to God.
Arsenal is going to win a trophy this season.
You prophesied that prophecy last season, but continue.
My prophecies last season were on winnings, and most of the prophecies I made about winnings.
You prophesied that you win a trophy.
Yeah.
You prophesied. Why I told you that? I told you that at the end of the day I will win a conference league. But we even added Club World Cup. I'm not ready. Finish. So I'm here.
so for me, we are prepared. In the sense that those areas where the fans have actually complained. I never knew that the board of Arsenal team can actually listen to fans complain, because it was as if Arsenal was not buying players, But at the dying minute, they shocked everybody. They started going to the market looking for players, and right now I can tell you that Arsenal is prepared. Look at the injuries that have come up so far. It's difficult for you to notice that there's a leakage, missing place in Arsenal, because we've had our winnings. The game against Liverpool, I would say it was a lucky win for Liverpool. They just snatched that 1-0 win. But that game would have ended a draw because Arsenal played very well in that game. Arsenal had the chances. So for me, Man City, you know very well that Man City has always had it very difficult winning Arsenal. If you check our record with Man City, if we either win Man City or we get a draw.
No.
So for me, I think Arsenal is going to win that game. The worst that will happen in that game is a draw. But Arsenal will never lose that game. Take it from me.
But we'll see how that will play out. So we'll be back here in the studio. We're back here in the studio, so we're going to see how that will play.
So I'll go for an Arsenal win.
I don't agree with him, man. I don't agree with him. I don't think I know that I agree with him in some.
Arsenal is playing. Why would you agree with me?
I don't agree with you.
I don't agree with you. Coming from their Emirates Stadium and from the records we had. Let's say the last two Premier League.
We are not talking about the Tottenham. We are talking about Man City here. It's true that it's easy to underrate these guys, but I'm not. There's some things I agree with him, like the point he said he made that they did well in the market. Good, they brought in some good players, like somebody like Eze, somebody like the defender that replaced Saliba. Remind me his name,
Mosquera.
Yes, they got in good players, but I still don't agree with him that Arsenal will easily beat Man City, whether they are in Emirates or they are in Jesus Christ or they are in heaven, they are not going to beat Man City, right? And we were here last week and I talked about Man City, and I said the same thing. You're not going to just lose, you're going to lose well.
It's fine.
Okay, I throw you a challenge. No, because to me, I think this is a slap on my face. The game against Man U Chelsea.
Yeah.
You see, I was very honest. And
Man U Chelsea is different now. It's Man City.
Let me do my challenge on the show.
On the show here.
If Man City should beat Arsenal, I'm going to come to the studio next week with just
No,
I'm going to wear it on the road. I'll not put it in my bag. I'll wear it to this place. I don't understand.
After the show, then you also take me out to get eat pepper soup. Because I'll eat pepper soup in your head. You want to win Man City ticket.
So this is all we're coming to the end of the show. Thank you so much for staying with us to the end of the show. And if you're yet to subscribe to our channel, don't forget to click on the subscribe button below, and also don't forget to click on the notification button so you get notified of our subsequent videos that will be coming to you through this channel. Don't forget to pick your 5 shot odd from this video. See you in our next